This is a collective message to meditate upon, and I'll be offering you 3 affirmations. The first card that I pulled for this reading features 2 emanations of Cupid who have just brought 2 unseen lovers together. They have taken a moment after their activities to sit on the bouquet of flowers picked by the lovers. They overcome their youthful shyness in order to talk about what they have seen and done. They want to do as good a job as possible. And by comparing notes, they can improve their performance. Here in this place of nature's delicate beauty, they can also take time to correctly analyze the subject without man-made distractions to interfere with their learning process. By their butterfly wings, we can tell that they oversee bringing love to all things in natural surroundings, whether they be human, animal, insect, or plant. Their youth implies the innocence and sincere desire to understand. The disembodied hand holding flowers above them reinforces the fact that their communication is divinely sanctioned. Even gossip, in its highest expression, can be the friendly exchange of ideas and information shared with the goal of enabling all concerned to grow in wisdom and live a better life. It is as natural to us as the desire to communicate love. After all, doesn't the contact between the butterflies and the flowers spread pollen far and wide, perpetuating future flower gardens? The 2 cupids look so much alike as to look like twins. This is symbolic of communication's ability to allow us to reflect upon and see our own way of thinking and being in the thoughts and words of another. Their body language offers us more proof of their inner state of mind. They lean toward each other like plants lean toward the sun, indicating that they yearn to get closer to each other and grow in understanding. Their mutual interest in each other's ideas assures that this will not be the last time that they will sit and talk. The difficulties that we have with other people are usually the result of communication problems. Most often, problems arise because the parties involved are either not making themselves clear to each other, or because either one or both refuses to make the effort to really listen. It's a waste of everyone's time to let fear and preconceived notions stand in the way of real communication. This card comes with an affirmation. It's card number 15, and the affirmation is, I remember that my words can have multiple meanings. The next card that I pulled is the card of the reputable, and on this card, it features 2 marvelously attired figures that stand side by side, looking at a scene taking place outside the frame of this image. They are lost in an animated conversation about this event to the point where they are ignoring the approach of the wondrous planet Saturn, which is a symbol of time, patience, discipline, and their rewards. Saturn also represents the law of karma, which, like Sir Isaac Newton's 3rd law of motion, states that for every action, there is an equal reaction. It is a law that applies to planets, rocket ships, and people. Today, we say, what goes around comes around, or what you do comes back to you. These 2 are no idle gossips. The butterfly wings on their backs are an indication that they are angels and speak only the truth. They are guardian angels, and their job is to observe their precious chosen one so that they may see what they can do to help. Some of the things they see make their job easier, but some things make their eyes grow wide with wonder. Things that seem important to their earthly charges seem more curious and of dubious value to them. They are the very spirit of compassion, as their cheerful demeanor attests, and they observe without judgment. The guardian angels have, for their own amusement, adopted the garb of courtiers in a palace of the ancient Middle East. The purple leaves in the sky around them are the good actions that they would like us to perform to create a purple aura of protection around us. Here on earth, those who observe us usually judge us with a harshness born of their own displeasure with aspects of their personality. The sketchy border of this scene is like the sketchy ideas and fantasies gossips trade with each other about who we are, what we're doing, and why. When they are malicious in intent, nothing we can do will change their ways. However, that does not remove our responsibility to do our best to ensure that our reputation is an asset and not a liability. The pagodas in the border are symbolic of palace life, the crucible in which the fire of the ruler's actions sets into motion due politics of the advisors, nobles, and courtesans. The seat of any government or company is often a place where one's reputation can sometimes be more important than one's actual accomplishments. And it's very important for you to establish a reputation for being someone that others can rely on. You must do everything you can to make sure that what is said about you by those who matter to you is favorable to your reputation. The best way to ensure your reputation is to make sure that your actions are in keeping with your highest ideals. You cannot do more than that. Act as if you're being watched by your guardian angels. You must avoid doing anything that you would not want them to see. Reputation can also refer to status, social graces, manner of dress, and financial resources. If you are having trouble with a person because of either one of your reputations, use your intuition to help make very clear to you what is true and what is false. You can count on the fact that what you have done, good and bad, is going to come back to you. This card is number 34, and the affirmation says, I live my life as if my guardian angels are watching over me, because they are. And the last card that I pulled for this reading is the card of inspiration. The angel shown on this card represents inspiration itself. The inspiration gazes lovingly at her most treasured possession, the lamp of truth, passed on to her by the sage who was her teacher and role model. She stands atop a mountain so that her many devoted followers can see her clearly. She did not start out to have any followers at all, but her words, her deeds, and her ability to radiate calmness have produced in her an invaluable quality that is an attractive beacon equal to the light of the lamp of truth, bringing to her those who need to share the energy of her sagacious lineage. The teachings of this revered wise woman have empowered the inspiration to overcome her inertia, her fear of failure, and her fear of success too. Filled with the love for her venerable mentor, she has been able to persevere despite being confronted by formidable challenges. She has been able to avoid many confrontations with damaged and ignorant people and the traitorous betrayals by people close to her. Were it not for her ability to draw upon the lessons learned from others, she would have been forced to experience these painful lessons herself. The inspiration stands holding a slender spear, but without a shield. The leaf-adorned shields in the borders symbolize that the overwhelming power of nature is all the shield she needs. Her simple sandals enable her to feel the ground that she walks on because she does not want to be isolated from reality. The curtains above and around her in the border remind us that life is a show, and how we act and appear to others is a show that can and will be learned from, whether we like it or not. The inspiration has accepted her role model status with her followers and has dedicated the rest of her life to influencing them with her words and, more importantly, with her actions. Her very being has merged with this mantle that she has taken up, and it is now second nature to her to inspire in others what some call goosebumps, but what she calls truth bumps. Such powerful inspiration is one of the most accurate indicators that you are in the presence of truth and importance. Pay attention. We are all called upon to be influencers now. The powers bestowed on each of us by technology in general and social media in particular include that of leading by being a good example, not by haranguing or diminishing others. Just as children must discover and learn how their actions affect others, adults in the 21st century must always be aware of how their words, their deeds, and their examples either inspire or conspire against those who they interact with. We must, of course, be ourselves and not custom tailor our words and actions to pander to the whims of others and the fads of the day. We must be the change that we want to see in others. There's no other way to have influence over anyone with strongly felt beliefs. This is card number 46, and the affirmation reads, I allow inspiration to fill me so that I can inspire others. This is Shining Light Creations. Follow me for more in-depth oracle insight.